天天喝酒开车没问题，还能壮胆。
要是他死了，你要赔偿。
你能不能搬到我们家去住？我实在付不起这个住院费了。你爸死了，死了，你知道吗？
我爸没死，他是失踪。
Oh, it was such a fun role to play. Yeah, it's a karaoke girl, and she got herself into a traffic accident. So we start the film with the traffic accident. She was in a taxi and it just ran into the river, and then so she was rescued, and then like she broke her leg or something. And in the whole film, she was just hobbling around, but somehow she makes a point that of being herself. So even though she's got like this huge metal thing around her broken leg, she insists on wearing like stockings and then high heels and skirts and stuff like that. But then the main point of the movie is it's this situation where she and then this young kid, a 17-year-old kid, and then the kid's mother. I mean, it's like a story about these three people. And it's like a very intricate relationship, and it's a very complicated story, let's say. Yeah.
你是不是小姐啊？
是不是啊？
怎么样才能让你走？钱。
Well, it was actually the director's idea to shoot it in Chongqing and during the hottest months of the year, because he wanted to bring out like the kind of the anger or the frustration in people, and obviously the weather really helped. And so I mean everybody was like just sunburnt and everything, and then like as soon as I put on my makeup, but then and as soon as I go out and shoot something like for 2 minutes, it's like everything's like totally gone. I don't know, I always had this infatuation with fragrances, and I guess in Western countries, I mean, it's quite the norm for celebrities to have their own fragrances and their own line of whatever, clothing or this and that, and it seems like I think the fragrance market in Asia could definitely expand. And I think it's about time we have our own celebrity fragrance, and so of course I'd love to be the first one to do it. Yeah, I was really hands-on with everything, because I mean it has to really come from myself as well if it's going to be my fragrance. But obviously I want this fragrance to appeal to all women in Asia, as well as the rest of the world, so to speak. And the scent itself is very refreshing. It's not aggressive at all. I mean, you have certain fragrances that's like, oh, really in your face, and it's like too powerful. And I think a women's fragrance should be nice and subtle, sweet, and of course it should make you feel confident. I think that's the whole idea of wearing fragrance. It's like just wearing clothes or accessories or makeup. It's to make you feel good about yourself. And that's, I mean, to put on the perfume is like the final touch of making yourself beautiful. Well, I think I'd like to try different things, because that kind of keeps me going. I get bored easily if I just do the same routine over and over again. So, of course, singing and then acting. It's like they both kind of complement each other, I think. And then now I have like I'm opening more doors for myself. So doing sort of like kind of going into business is kind of fun too. It's very tiring. It's very exhausting, but I think it teaches me a lot. And but of course I'm not gonna it doesn't mean that I'm giving up on singing or acting. No way. Well, the Olympics definitely has been on my mind for 7 years. I mean, ever since it's been announced that Beijing would host the 2008 Olympics, and I made that kind of my goal. Oh, I want to be part of it. I want to do something for our country. And my dream actually came true. So that is like just mind-boggling, really. Well, I always try to separate what's private and what's like my, career. And but the more private you want to keep your personal life, the more they want to, dig into it. Well, I mean, for me, it gives me more of a balance if I could kind of, separate these things, because obviously being in showbiz and being in the limelight, obviously it is like more pressure than what a normal job would give you. So I try to keep myself sane and not be too overwhelmed by showbiz, because it could, put you off balance. And I don't think that's good for my work. So that's why I'd like to keep certain things kind of private. Yeah.